New York City women are randomly getting punched in the face. Surely, guys, this is a clip that will, this is coverage that will not be inaccurate, right, guys? Right? I'm sure, right? I'm sorry, guys. I still can't get over the stolen streamer valor. That this is a fake bedroom and this is a studio set. Like, I just still can't get over it. I can't.
Welcome back to the comment section. I'm Brett Cooper. So today we're going to talk about our finest and cleanest city in the country, the city that never sleeps, the place that dreams are made of, where women keep getting punched directly in the face for no particular reason at all. Obviously, we're talking about New York City. But before we get into the hellhole of New York City and what's going on this week, make sure that you like this video, subscribe to the channel if you've not already, and then ring that notification.
I will say the design team, great job with whatever the fuck this is. It's very cute.
Bell so that you never miss a comment section episode. So this all started after social media saw an influx of women.
The like stale coffee that you know she's not drinking, and you know the keyboard that she's never used once
on TikTok filming themselves right after allegedly being punched by a random person on the street. First of all, that's horrifying. And second of all, this is one time when I actually really do love social media because this happened so freaking fast. Like immediately after it happened, they called 911, they did whatever, but they filmed and said, look at my black eye, look at this welt that is growing on my face. This just happened, I'm right here. They're not even journalists, but they're giving us more information about our cities and what's going on than our government. Just, you know, an aside. And all of these girls have been in their early...
The government doesn't report on news. What? These random people on the street are giving us more information than our government. What are you suggesting we should nationalize the news? I thought you guys were against state-sponsored news. Whatever.
Early to mid-20s. One of them was actually a well-known TikToker. Her name is Haley Kate. You can go watch a bunch of her videos. She's done a whole basically series talking about what happened and what has happened in the aftermath. But here is her video from immediately after she was assaulted.
I was literally just walking and a man came up and punched me in the face. Oh my God, it hurts so bad.
I mean, guys, that is intense. That is not just like, oh, she got kind of shuffled around in New York City or she got slapped. Not that that would be any better by any means. She was fully punched in the head. She has a welt growing out of her forehead from where she was punched. I mean, it's insane. Somebody commented and said the way I immediately assumed and knew that
it ain't right. $20 trillion to Israel.
She was in New York. And on an even more interesting note, the internet sleuths have gone even deeper. Just look at this headline. Fringe political candidate who ran for New York City mayor accused of sucker punching TikToker. I'm sorry. Thank God he did not get elected. We know that Eric Adams is weak on crime, but that would be a totally different story. Somebody said this is the second.
Wait, I'm sorry, what? We know that Eric Adams is weak on crime. The guy who reintroduced stop and frisk? The guy who's saying we need to go and arrest homeless people? That guy? The cop? How much more, like, violent on crime can you be? Just start arresting babies for not paying taxes? Like, I don't understand what you could... Okay.
One I saw in 15 minutes. Guys, it is probably the 12th one that I have seen in the last 24 hours. Literally, I am not kidding. I am not exaggerating. I have seen at least 10, most likely 12 videos of different women. I mean, just go on to TikTok and search woman getting punched in New York City. It's a weird search, I know, but you will be shocked. There are literally too many to include in one video. Now, I first saw this because it was brought to Twitter a couple of days ago by this poster. This is so nuts. There are a bunch of women getting punched in the face in NYC all over TikTok. I don't know if it's all the same guy. Some of the stories seem slightly different, but some of them seem similar. So there's Haley Kate in that first corner. There's a couple of other ones. I saw that and I thought it was really weird and I saved it and I was going to go look it up. And then I just cannot tell you how many videos there are. It is disgusting. It is sad. There's so many. And it's all the same story. They're on a walk. A random person comes up to them and just socks them in the face. It happens just like that. It's horrifying. One of these girls who was allegedly hit in the face recounted her story in a Twitter thread. On Tuesday, March 19th, around 8 p.m., I was walking alone out of the Delancey Essex Street station when I got punched in the back of my skull from a random man on the street. Since then, I have seen several New York City women on TikTok reporting that they have been punched in the face. A lot of these women shared similar descriptions of the man who punched them and me. He was a black male around 6 feet wearing dreads that stopped right above his shoulders. I distinctly remember that he was wearing a knit hat and wearing a denim jacket and jeans. Most of these women say that they were looking at their phones when they were punched.
Whoa. I'm not involved in this crime scene, guys. Don't believe the mainstream media.
was attacked from behind. This all seems to me that he is targeting unassuming women. Nearly all of these women were
Sorry.
attacked downtown
Nothing says I'm taking this seriously than a Dragon Ball Z sound.
in the Union Square, East Village, Lower East Side area. Fortunately, I'm okay. I had pain, vision, dizziness, headaches, and nausea since the attack. I didn't file a police report because I don't know how much help it'd be, but I decided I'll file one today. I went back to the scene yesterday, noticed security cameras. Hope it helps. And first of all, if anything like this happens, call the police. I know that in many of these cities, law and order seems like it just does not exist anymore, but at least file it, just so that somebody is on the scene quickly and can at least take account of the things that are going around you. Now, I also want to go back to something else that she wrote.
Police and quickly in the same sentence. Omega lol. Mobius, thank you for the 2 months.
Because her comment about unassuming women is so important. And I can be guilty of this as well. I'm prone to doing it, even after spending years doing intense self-defense courses. But get your head out of your phones. Take off your earphones. I know I will walk around with my headphones in and not listening to anything. At least pull one out of your ear. Just be aware of your surroundings. Your phone or your music can wait 5 minutes while
She's so, oh my God. Like, she's so pandery. She's so pander. She just she really just like.
Police ain't doing anything but eating hot chip and lying cackle.
Hey, they're also killing people. Don't take that away from them. Don't. B. Holtzman, thank you for the 5 months. Listen. How can one person pander this hard and be like, hey, all the boomers that watch my content, I think kids be on their phone too much. Like this video and subscribe. Here's a sponsorship if you want to pay for some sludge. Like, oh my.
while you're walking down the street, if it means your physical safety is protected. That is what you should care about, not what somebody is posting on X or on Instagram. And obviously in New York City, you can't carry a gun, but figure out what you can carry, whether it's a form of pepper spray or what size of knife it is legal to carry. Just have something on you. Seriously, all of that aside, no matter what you carry, the best thing that you can do is be aware of your surroundings and then move away and yell if somebody starts to come after you. Literally, that is all. That will
Also,
deter-
don't carry a knife. What if the other guy has a knife? Now you're in a fucking knife fight. Are you crazy?
most people if you just make a scene. Back to the story. New York City is obviously a crime-ridden place, and it just keeps getting worse no matter what Joe Biden said in his State of the Union address. I mean, obviously, we should not be believing him because the man doesn't even think we're in a recession. But this does not feel normal at all. And
I was like, what was that cut? And I realized it was the ad. I have to see this ad. I'm sorry.
inflation in the United States still is a significant economic concern. And I mean, think about it seriously. The US is in a hole by $34 trillion, and yet we keep printing money, which raises prices on everyday items even higher. You can bury your head in the sand, or you can do something about it.
Everything is very expensive. So why don't you buy some gold blocks from us?
Consider diversifying at least a portion of your savings into gold with the Birch Gold Group. Gold is
Use the code, you're a fucking dumbass for doing this.
Was in NYC for the last 2 weeks and the cops weren't doing shit but playing Candy Crush. I jumped like 10 turnstiles in front of them, KEKW.
your perfect hedge against inflation, and Birch Gold makes it easy to own. They'll even help you convert your existing IRA or a 401k into a tax-sheltered IRA in gold, and you will not pay a penny out of pocket. This truly is the best time.
Hey guys, take your 401k and put it in something useless.
To make gold part of your saving strategy. And if you're going to do it, you should do it with Birch Gold. They have been the exclusive gold partner of the Daily Wire for over 7 years. They have helped thousands of our listeners, and they can help you too. To get started, text Cooper to 989898 and you will get a free info kit on gold. And then you can talk to a precious metal specialist about protecting your savings from persistent inflation with gold. Again, text Cooper to 989898. They will give you all the information you need to get started, to not believe Joe Biden's lies, and protect yourself, just like women need to be protecting themselves in New York City. But this does not feel normal at all. And because of that, many people believe that this is coordinated or being done by one particular man. And I've seen commenters say that this could be a new iteration of the knockout game that started about 10 years ago, where people would go knock out strangers in cities. It's sort of called a meme, but it obviously is not a meme because it has gotten people killed before. People have also been saying that it could be tied to a group called 4B, and it's just a bunch of angry men targeting women. I could not find any more information about that. If y'all know anything, if you are deep in Reddit or Discord or something, comment below, let me know. I am interested in that. But anyway, thanks in large part to this trend, girls have come together and have found some common themes here. One girl tweeted and said, some common threads popping up on these videos of women being punched in New York City. Number 1, it sounds like he says something like sorry or excuse me just before attacking. Number 2, he appears to be targeting women on phones. Number 3, all the women I saw were in this general area of Manhattan. And per usual, this is not a surprise, but determined, scorned, hurt women are more effective than the FBI agent, and this barely scratches the surface of what women can find. And a very important thing to note is that this general area is right around NYU's campus. Washington Square Park is kind of right in the heart of NYU. This area has allegedly gotten very unsafe for students. Obviously, if this person or group is targeting young women, that is a great place to find them because they will be there. That's just one thing to note. Good note, Max. Now, one of the girls also posted this clip of the alleged guy as he walked away. Just watch. There he is, walking away. So again, a tall African-American man. I can't tell if those are dreads or not, but it does match the description of the girl on Twitter.
Maybe I'm off base here, but like, there's something about the way that conservatives describe just Black people existing that's just, it just sounds racist. Like, is that just me? Or do you guys know what I'm talking about? like the way that she says African American, the way that she's like, it might be dreads, but I'm not sure. Like, hey, ooh, scary dreads. Ooh. Like, what is happening here? Like, I don't understand. Oh my God. It's so bizarre to me. It's so bizarre to me. I'm a Black man, so if she goes to New York City, can I punch her in the face? Sarcasm. No, but if she's on her phone, it was her fault for not getting off her phone. So if she gets punched by someone in New York, it was actually her fault. According to her logic, it was actually her fault because she was on her phone.
I hate this fake steamer set so much. No chance those headphones are plugged into anything.
The way she said again, a tall African-American man. It's just, yeah. And this fake streamer set is just, God. She also has no reason to be wearing headphones. Just gonna say it. Just gonna say it.
As well. One girl said, another guy posted a video with the same guy. Another girl said, I was literally on the 6th train with him today coming from downtown. He was moving throughout all the cars, but I definitely remember that jacket and he had pajama pants on. And then the original poster of that video said, wow, the other girl, that girl P. Foreign, saw him on the train on Sunday acting all psycho too. New York City Police Department, get on trains. Oh yeah, do not worry. New York City and their robo cop cameras that move 1 mile per hour in the subway stations, they'll be on it for sure. They will be protecting you as NYCPD always does. I mean, come on, please. Like, Jack Mack will be a better form of protection for these women than that robot will. The king that you did not know you needed, the protector you...
Who? Omega Law? This guy couldn't scare my cat. I don't think this guy could scare an infant. He's soying in the video. Like, I'm supposed to be scared of it. I feel like I could show him like a Marvel poster and he'll just like turn into a child being like, oh my God, I love Marvel. What? I love this. Ladies, my DMs are open. You should close them because you're not going to get anything. Mom, I want Chris Pratt. We have Chris Pratt at home. This is the kind of dude that just gets himself shot. Yes. Yes. Who is this guy? I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? I have no idea. Maybe it's a shilling ad. Maybe it's a paid ad. I have no idea.
Do need Jack Mack.
It's the hero Gotham deserves.
Oh my
I'm
God,
just
it's so
appreciating...
cringe. Oh, it's the... Oh, you can tell that these videos are made for like older, like boomer, like above, I would say 40 years old conservatives. It's just so, it's so older millennial coded, like older conservative millennial coded, and it's so cringe. Oh my God.
the idea of him standing outside making that video. But anyway, back to the point. Another woman commented and said, so everyone in the comments saying that that's the dude, why are we not reporting him so he can be taken in for a lineup and get charged? And the creator
Mayor Adams and Olay debated on the Breakfast Club. Oh, I know. We watched it. It's yesterday's VOD.
said, if you look at my next post, you will get a picture. The judge in New York City constantly lets these people go. Imagine that. The consequences of Democratic lax on crime policies. That is literally what you are seeing right now in the city. I mean, one guy on Twitter said, I'm sorry that you're disappointed with the natural consequences of the policies that you support. And while that is fair, I also do not think that this is the time to be throwing this in the faces of these young women who just got punched. It is okay to have empathy and sympathy for what they are going through, which is obviously very traumatic. Some of them have been in the hospital. Some of them have been concussed. You can have empathy while also explaining how this happened, the logical turn of events. I don't think we need to throw this back in their faces. But it is truly insane because, like I said, this is at least 10 women who've been punched in just the last couple of weeks. And there are more that I've seen in the comments. Like, for example, Bethany freaking Frankel. She was in one of the comment sections and she said, this is insane because this happened to me a few months ago, but I was embarrassed to say. I was on the Upper West Side, insane. I was taking a video of a bakery.
Am I supposed to know who that is? I don't know who this is. I'm sorry. If that makes me look like an idiot, I don't know who this is. American TV personality, philanthropist, entrepreneur, and author. She was the runner-up on NBC reality competition Apprentice Martha Stewart. Best known as the original cast member of the Bravo reality TV show The Real Housewives of New York. Oh, I hate her. That's all I needed to hear.
Nobody should live in this kind of fear. And there obviously is a solution for this. Elon jumped in on Twitter and said, failure to prosecute crime in New York and many other U.S. cities allows for violent criminals to assault women at will. The governor had to call out the National Guard just so the people could ride the subway. And he is 100% spot on. Another girl on
Okay, I haven't been in New York for like a year or so. No, like 6 months. So someone tell me if this is true, but I don't believe it. That lady tried to give her used cosmetics to people who work at Marshall's. Sounds about right. Yeah. Yeah. Sounds right to me. Yeah.
on Twitter said, I almost got punched in Union Square last week while I was on my phone. I think it is more than one person, though. And this totally adds up because another girl on TikTok said that she was grabbed from behind by a woman, pulled to the ground, and then punched as she was exiting a subway station. I mean, guys, it is sickening stuff. Now, obviously, this has gotten so big that the mainstream media has caught on. There are articles on this in basically every single major news outlet, but there's not really a lot of progress. With all of this press, the photos, the map, the cameras that New York City has all over its city, they have not been able to protect women over the past few months, the past few years. And I've said this before, but this is the primary reason why I left LA. In 2020 and 2021, the police department's funding was slashed. They eliminated a significant portion of their major crimes unit. Cops were retiring and quitting right and left due to the way that they were being treated by the public and by the media and because of vax policies, and crime was skyrocketing. Even in my San Fernando Valley, very, very safe suburb that had never experienced anything like that in years. Suddenly there were stabbings, there was gang violence. It happened like that. And I knew the laws. I knew that I legally could not carry a gun and defend myself. So why would I stay? So women in cities, you need to stay so vigilant. Keep your head up. Do not stare at your phone as you are walking down the street. Go take some self-defense classes, anything. And vote like your life and your safety depends on it, because it quite literally does. I hope you guys enjoyed that episode of the comment section and maybe even learned something new. Make sure that you like this video, subscribe to the channel if you
Guys. They always say this shit, but like, there's always more violent crime in like the Bible Belt states. It's always been that way. It always will be that way. The reason we hear so many stories about violence happening in New York is because there's 8 million people that live there. New Mexico, holy shit. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck they doing over there. I don't know what's going on over there, man. I'm not sure, really. Even if you just organize it based on like aggravated assault, ignore homicide, rape, robbery. Look at all the states that come before New York. No, this is per capita. You're cheating. You have to look at the gross numbers. Look, New Mexico is first. Alaska, Arkansas, Tennessee, Louisiana, South Carolina, DC, Missouri, Michigan, Colorado, Montana, Kansas, Alabama, California, Oklahoma, North Carolina, Arizona, Texas, Nevada, Delaware, South Dakota, and then New York. New York City, yeah, it's literally one of the safest large cities in America. Not surprised. California is in the top 10. Meanwhile, 13, yeah. I don't know how numbers work. I lived in New York City 13 years. I never once never once was I the victim of a crime. I never even saw a crime. I saw plenty accidents and mentally ill people for sure. But the way Fox People talks about it is like there's gang shootouts every day in the middle of Times Square. Yeah, I mean, I lived there for 22 years or something. I know. I've gotten sexually assaulted, like touched by some fucking weirdos. I've never had someone threaten me or punch me or any of those things. Like, it's not. And I've never even seen it happen is the thing. As far as sexual assault goes, it's like, I'm pretty sure that's just kind of a thing that happens everywhere. I'm pretty sure that's just like, I'm anecdotally speaking, every single woman I know has been sexually assaulted. That's just anecdotally, okay? So take that as you will. Take that as you will. And obviously, I'm using the, technical term of sexual assault, like someone touching you on a body part that would be traditionally sexual that you did not consent to, usually in the cases of people that I know, by an unwanted stranger. But I feel like that's just something that just kind of happens everywhere. Not to like make light of it or anything like that, but it's kind of just I don't know that there's anywhere in the US that you can live in to save yourself from that happening. Unfortunately, it just happens a lot. Yeah. Police have arrested a man they say randomly punched a woman in the face in Chelsea. Watching a bunch of true crime for years, Alaska has a worrying, insane level of rapes. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what's going on over here, man. 134, Jesus. I mean, even if you look at any of these individual stats, you'll see New York rates low on most of these. Look, on rapes, New York rates number 45. On robberies. Okay, robberies, New York is like number 3, which I guess would make sense. Sure. That one would make sense. That's like, what are you going to fucking do when you have a bunch of people who can't afford rent? And they live in New York and they work 12 hours a day and they still can't afford their rent. Shocking. I have to say something crazy and shocking. I think that the guy who works at McDonald's for 12 hours a day should be able to afford to live in the city that he works in. Maybe I'm just a tanky, though. Who knows? Who knows? Under homicide, where is New York under homicide? Did I pass it? Under homicide, New York is number 35. Like, literally, the only violent crime that New York rates highly on is robbery. And that's because New York rent is like $3,000 for like 100 square feet. Yeah, no shit, people are getting robbed. Like, a shocking, shocking, shocking surprise. Also, what the fuck are you even going to steal in Ohio? There's nothing there. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, gosh. There's still a push from the right in the UK to paint London as a bloody hellscape or a blasted hellscape ruled by leftist demons when it's comparatively one of the most safe. Yeah. Yeah. I'm moving from central New Jersey, I'm moving to central New Jersey from North Carolina, and this is making me less nervous about it. No, you have to understand a lot of these cities, like, the reason why you see so many stories that come out is because there's a lot of people. Like, density, like population density cities in the US. List of United States cities by population density. And as you can see here, density. Look at this. Look at this. New York City is counted as the first 12 most dense, then followed by Miami twice, then followed by New York City again, then LA, then New York City again, then LA, then New York City, then LA, and then it's much more New York City. Like, there's another chart here. It might be like population density, like, let's see, density per article. Doesn't really make a difference. What am I looking for? There was a chart that had a better number. But I can't find it, so. Oh, this one I think is a little bit closer. This is from the census.gov website. Excuse me. You can see here, look. Population density per square mile. 70,000. New York County, then Kings County, which is in New York, then Bronx County, which is in New York, then Queens County, which is in New York. Literally the first 4 are all New York. You have 8 million people in like a little strip of land. Those are county names of the boroughs? Yeah. The 4 real boroughs. Notice that Staten Island is not here. It's because it's fake and they made it up. It's like the cornucopia from the Fruit of the Loom logo. It doesn't exist. We made it up. This is just like Staten Island. It doesn't exist. Anywho, they use Staten Island to dump the sewage. No, Queens is huge. Queens is huge. Okay, moving on. Yeah. There's also like reporting bias that occurs here where, and like sensationalizing specific news stories. Do you guys remember when everyone was talking about like, why do men think about the Roman Empire once a week? You're gonna see more instances of videos from people who are asking their male partners how often, or fathers or brothers or whatever, how often are you thinking about, you know, the Roman Empire? The videos where people are saying, oh, I don't think about it that often, don't go viral. The ones that they say that they think about it often go viral. So there's like, I don't know if it would be considered reporting bias, but there's some bias that occurs there where certain stories are going to get elevated and other ones aren't. For every person that, don't actually use this metric, but just to explain, for every person that gets punched in New York and that story goes viral, there's a story of someone buying a meal for a homeless person that doesn't get published anywhere. So this idea that it's like, oh my God, it's getting so violent and we're just going to ignore everything else that happens in that city. Come on. Let's be realistic for just 2 seconds. You know, come on. Dude, I haven't thought about the Roman Empire in months. Haha, got you guys. It's the same as when news coverage of retail theft gets sensationalized. Yeah, it's like retail theft is not as big of a problem as they're pretending like it is. Not to mention, once a trend starts, there was definitely clout tracers. Oh, yeah, 100%. Oh, yeah. Denim works for Big Roman. Shh. Don't tell anyone. You're blowing my cover. So, on that topic, dude, look at this deranged tweet from Tim Pool. Dude. Thanks, Adrian. Look at this deranged tweet, though. Do we have to? Yes. I'm forcing you guys to. Did he delete it? I'm looking through his Twitter post to find it. But I did find this post. Look, he's uplifting other baldies that wear beanies. Ashamed baldies, as I'd like to call them. I'm happy that he found his people. Oop. What is this tweet? What? Sorry, I'm like, look, I think he deleted it. Did he delete it? Why is it that this is how I found the tweet? I think he deleted it, but why is it that this is how I found the tweet? I had to find it by looking it up online and finding this one. Tim Pool is a vicious, cowardly jackass. He hates women and lusts after men. #gay. Why is this the tweet that helped me find what I was trying to find? Twitter is a crazy place to be. It's a crazy place to be. Oh. Stop scrolling. Okay. I think it's funny that women in New York City are getting punched in the face. This is so weird. This is so, like, this is weird, yeah? his hair loss has officially become brain loss. Oh my God. It's, yeah, I don't. You want to see you want to see something that's actually funny though? That Tim Pool has created? I'll show
The
you.
men are saying, we want something different. We don't want the Instagram hoe that I can fly in overnight just to have a quick,
That is biology.
That's never happening.
That's
Okay,
biology.
With all due respect, that's never.
Yeah.
No, but hold on.
Yeah.
Like,
go ahead.
I agree a lot with what he's saying. Imagine if women are only looking at the top 8, 9, 10 of men.
Yeah.
If guys like you just started shaming women, do they? You know who's paying for OnlyFans, right? It's lower quality
100%,
guys.
yeah,
100%.
So if
Yeah.
high quality dudes who got really nice watches and pull up in a Bugatti, and this woman's like, "Yeah, I want to come hang with you," and he goes, "So yeah, what's your body count?" And he goes, "How dare you ask me that? I don't want no hoe in my car." And he takes off.
Yeah.
Now she's embarrassed. She got shut down, and more women are going to say, "If I want a high value man, because only the guys are going to come after me are going to be high value."
So maybe
let's
flip the
be real here, though.
maybe
Okay, we're
flip
gonna
the-
turn this into the Dreamcast.
Yeah.
The men are saying, we want something different. We don't.
Like Tim Pool is a hilarious guy. He just doesn't know that we're all laughing at him, not with him. It's like it feels like he's constantly LARPing as someone who's cooler than he actually is. Yeah, like if I had a Bugatti and the women, and then I would. It's like it feels like most of his show is like him sharing with the world those fantasy arguments you have in the shower where you win, where you're like rethinking an interaction you had with someone and you're like, oh, it would have been so funny if I said this, and then, oh, it would have been so. It feels like he just goes in the shower, he has all those thoughts, he writes them down, and then he goes on his show and then he shares that. It's like he writes fanfic. Bestie, just post it on AO3 for the rest of us to see. Bestie. Come on, Bestie. Clearly you got a lot of imagination. Clearly. Manfic. Oh gosh, dude. Oh my God. Tim Pool's one of those people where like, oh no, I found it. I just have to scroll a little bit further. Who has that one picture that he posted on, was it 4chan or whatever? Tim Pool, no beanie. Images. Here we go, found it. Why did he do this? Hold up. Please, guys, if we pump this tweet, he might see it. He might see it, and then it'll make him piss and shit a little. And it would be really funny. It would make me happy. It's my dying wish. Okay, what if I get hit by a bus tomorrow and I say that this is my dying wish and none of you do it? You guys will feel so bad and you'll take it with you to your grave, okay? And if you don't feel bad about it, well, I'm not talking to you then. Not everything's about you. All right? Sometimes things are about other people. Why not just go full bald? And the thing is, his dome isn't even like potato shaped. Like, for someone who got dropped a lot as a baby, his dome is surprisingly evenly round. If he shaved it, it would look fine. But he's so embarrassed about it and then has the audacity to pretend like he's a high value male. Bestie, I know you're the type of guy that says, my girlfriend can't wear heels because then she'll be taller than me. That's not high value behavior. That's not. That's low value behavior. Okay? It's pathetic. It's embarrassing and it's cringe. Because I will say it. Short guys, short kings, great. Love short kings. You know what I hate? Men that have the audacity to tell me what shoes I can wear or can't wear. No. When I swipe on Tinder, I don't want to see men listing their heights. I want to see men saying, you can wear heels. You can wear whatever type of shoes you want when we go out. All right. We're good. We're Gucci. He got dropped so many times that actually smoothed it out again. That's what I'm saying. Why are you telling me that? Who said I was talking to you? Who even are you? Main character syndrome, am I right? Okay. Now, sorry, on the topic of Tim Pool clips, as I was looking for that Tim Pool tweet, I also found this one.
And the best female skaters in the world are as good as 12-year-old boys who've been skating for 4 months. And then you watch the best men in the world, and I can do a play-by-play and be like, never in my life, no matter how hard I try, would I get to that level. These are the cream of the crop, the best of the best guys that are doing things we couldn't even imagine were possible. You watch the women, and you're like, I'm 38, semi-retired, and I could do all those tricks.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry to say this. I really thought he was about to say semi-R word. I thought he was going to say that. I was like, that's crazy to say that about yourself. That's actually crazy to say that. You said it, not me. Not me. No, not me.
Tired, and I could do all those tricks.
Yeah. Too big.
I think it's going to be the latter. I think she's going to send it. Oh! Wow!
This is a post from Lance saying, here are some 12-year-old girls doing tricks that I'd like to see Tim Pool do.
That is such a solid run.
As she earns her second gold medal in 2 days.
I could do all those tricks.
Things telling you like don't do this. I was like, okay, I'm gonna do it. And it was like 5 or 6 times trying it without the pads, which is a lot. I like ran back up there, and then like on the 5th or 6th one, I like made it through and was just like on the other side of the parking lot.
And I could do all those tricks.
And
No, but you don't understand. I have a penis. It acts as like a counterbalance while I'm like skating. Makes me better. A million people saw this. It lowers my center of gravity, okay? It just makes me scientifically better. Oh god. Trans women advantage in skating, question mark? Oh shit. You know how many people think they could beat Serena Williams? Like the audacity? Dude, the people who think they can beat Serena Williams are so embarrassing. That's so... Have you seen her? She's an absolute unit. She's a fucking unit. If you think you can beat her, you're an idiot. You're actually an idiot. Like, I don't even know what to tell you. Listen, okay? I like me a good twink, but there be some dudes on the internet that never leave their house. They look like XQC, and they're like, yeah, I can beat Serena Williams at tennis. It's like, sir. Sir, when you go to the gym and try and lift weights, you look like that one clip from SpongeBob. I don't know why you think you can beat her. Be realistic, bestie girl. Like, just please, please. It's not embarrassing. Most people would lose against her. It's not embarrassing to be worse than her. She's going to serve so hard, you're going to run away from the ball? Yeah. Other pros have lost to her? Yeah, it's just Serena playing with one arm and one leg could whoop my ass. Oh my God. Serena playing with her eyes closed could whip my ass. Oh gosh. It's just, the cope is crazy. The cope is crazy.